Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm back with another video for you guys today. So, the other day, I watched the Diddy documentary, right? So, this is my personal opinion, for real. I'm gonna be honest, let's be fair. For a guy to build a music empire that Sean Combs, aka Diddy, I had to expect there was gonna be some shade. There's some shade behind it, right? It's crazy how 50 Cent collect nothing but evidence, footage, whatever, and all that stuff. And now, since Diddy's in jail, now Diddy's trying to sue Netflix for and all that stuff, which good luck, because like it's already out. Pretty sure it's legal. So it's just like certain details behind Diddy's rise in the music industry is crazy to me. The ultimate betrayal by all accounts, especially since you made your so-called best friend, Biggie, pay for his own funeral. Which is insane to me. And then all the other people that worked with you have no good things to say, man. They had no good things to say about him. They said he has no talent in music whatsoever. Me, personally, I never even listened to Diddy's music. I never listened to him. He just, I've listened to maybe one song, but I wasn't feeling it. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't feeling it. It's not my type of music. It's not, his music is just not it, bro. That's just my personal opinion. But I gotta say, man, he has made a lot of enemies. He's burnt bridges, all that stuff. Even with other producers, other artists that were signed to Bad Boy Records, and nothing's more crazy to me is that the fact that his kids is trying to defend him, which I can understand, which it is your dad, but at the end of the day, you guys are at the age now where you know right from wrong, assuming if you didn't do no shady stuff same as him, right? The whole documentary just was explaining in depth how far back, who he used to be, and then suddenly he went through a serious change. I would call it transformation, to be honest. But I can't sit here and act like any of that stuff in the documentary is false. I can't. 50 Cent got more proof than the FBI, which is crazy work. He had more evidence on Diddy than when the FBI went to go search his house that one year and found all that baby oil and stuff. Do you know how much work that takes? And then, of course, you already know people are calling 50 Cent a snitch and all that stuff. Here's the thing. I wouldn't say, I don't know, I wouldn't even say necessarily that's being a rat in a sense, bro. It's not. Let's be fair. He has over 100 lawsuits against him, right? A lot of women are saying he was abusive, he was violent, and all this stuff, and then he goes about being a changed man. Brother, people don't, bro, you got people distancing themselves, and now a bunch of celebrities are on the watch list, right? They're on the watch list. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez. These were all people that went to his parties, bro. And there's no way they went to these parties and say nothing happened. There ain't no way. There's no way. There's no way. You got numerous amounts of people that said, oh, I've been to the party. I've been to the party. So now all of them are getting looked at now. And maybe they might be guilty. Maybe they were just there. Maybe they were innocent and they were just there trying to have a good time. It could be a lot of things, right? Diddy's already in jail. This documentary alone could probably set him to be in jail for life. Most likely. They released a documentary a few years ago on R. Kelly, And look what happened to him. This man was so defensive. Like, let's be fair, man. If you have multiple people saying the same thing, something, like, come on. If multiple people are saying the same thing, right? Like, I'm saying more than one, more than two, more than three people. I'm talking about, like, almost 30 to 40 people saying the same thing about this one person. You really can't beat it. Of course, there needs to be, like, proof. 50 Cent got all the proof. He got the receipts, the footage, all that stuff. Even the footage of when he was talking with his lawyer saying we're losing. Like, come on, man. But again, there was no possible way you can build a music empire like he has without doing some shady stuff. That's just how I see it. That's how it looks. Like, and I watched the documentary. Like, I literally went all night watching it, and it's just 4 episodes, but I was really listening and paying attention. Like, half these artists have been financially hurt, having a hard time making a living. Like, they were even talking about how they used to help him. They were helping him back in the day, and he fired them. He got rid of them because I guess if stuff doesn't go his way, he pushes you to the side, which I'm pretty sure everyone at least one time has worked with someone like that. If something doesn't go their way, it's a problem. Even me, I've had that a long time, like, honestly, at this point, a long time ago. It was at my last duty station, but we're gonna forget about that real quick. But yeah, I see the pain, I see the hurt in these people's eyes as they're giving the interview of being threatened, being, like, drugged and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, Jesus. Like, I'm doing music myself, right? So that it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that makes people cautious about signing signing to a record label and stuff like that. Because you can sign to a label, but we don't know these people, right? Trust has to be built. A good business partnership needs to be built. All that stuff. But even then, right? But even then, you gotta really read that paper. You gotta really read the documents of what you sign, and then on top of that, me, if I was to sign something, I'm gonna ask for a copy of with my signature on it, and I'm gonna just document everything. I'm gonna document everything. That's just a safety net, just in case if they try to pull some bullshit, and then if for some reason there's replacement in documents and all that stuff, I'm gonna go like, nah. I have a copy of the paper I signed, date and everything. This does not match what I received a copy of. So either you guys switch some documents around to basically make the deal work for you rather than the artist you signed. Then then at this point, I'm gonna just take legal action. And mind you, I like to document stuff. That's just a personal thing for me. Whether if it's my music, military, or personal life, I document everything because at the end of the day, these documents are a safety net. Period. And the crazy thing is 50 Cent completely killed documentation as a whole. This man's been collecting evidence since the late 90s into early 2000s. 50 Cent must really not like Diddy at all, bro. Eminem don't like him either. Like Diddy made so many enemies, he burnt so many bridges. Like, even if he gets out, whenever he gets out of jail, right? Nobody's gonna want to work with him now that everything has been shown to the world on Netflix. Brother, it's one of the most streamed things on Netflix right now. It's number 1, bro. Like, 50 Cent put this sucker together, and you're trying to sue. Good luck. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys think. Like, what do you guys have y'all watched the documentary? What are y'all thinking? Because I'm gonna be honest, this documentary really shocked me in so many ways that Diddy, could have had something to do with Biggie and Tupac's death. Two the best rap icons in the world, and they die a year apart. That's a little fishy, don't you think? Even they have footage of Biggie say he was growing paranoid because Diddy wanted him to come to LA and whatever, right? Which is crazy work, you know what I mean? But what happened years ago is what happened. Even some guy turned himself in saying he was hired to kill Tupac and all that stuff. So I'm sorry to say this, but like Diddy can try to deny the claims and all this other stuff, but that documentary alone has years worth of evidence put into it. Footage, receipts, text messages, all that stuff. You're not beating that, bro. You're not beating it. You're not. And then the footage of you talking to your lawyer, that's also in it. You're not beating it. You're telling me you're going to deny 4 episodes, full facts from people who used to work with you and all that. People you burnt, right? People you burnt, and you really expect them. Do you really expect full support when you get out? No. Okay? You don't. And I feel sorry for his family as a whole, because they don't deserve what's happening, but at the same time, like, even themselves, they can't deny what their father did, you know? You can't. You just can't. You can't. Especially that one video where he beat Cassie in the hotel, in the middle of the hall, kicking her, beating her, and then dragging her back into the hotel room with no clothes on, just a towel, which is crazy. When I saw that, I was just like, Jesus. It's hard for you to say you're a good man when you have evidence of straight up violence, possibly rape, domestic violence, probably even sexual assault. Who knows? Who knows what this man's done? But to me, you can't really build an empire like that without doing some shady stuff to get what you want, right? So, but it left me shocked and kind of like, wow, I really need to be aware. Like, I need to really be aware of who I trust, who I hang with, who I work with, all this stuff, because people be fake, people be all types of things. So that's my personal opinion. I want, like, comment below what you guys think. If you guys have watched the documentary, like, comment and I will reply. But yeah, this documentary got me, bro. I was really like watching and listening like verbatim. I'm not even playing. Like, it was like, come on, man. I might just watch it again just to really just to reiterate and revitalize my thoughts. Like, honestly, like, I watched it like 2 days ago, you know. But this documentary is crazy work, you know. But if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and I hope y'all have a very blessed day. But for real, comment below what you guys think. If you guys have watched the documentary, do you guys believe he's guilty? Do you guys believe he's innocent? I really want to hear you guys' opinion. I will not judge. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the documentary if you've watched it. But again, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment. I hope you have a very blessed day. Peace!